Hi, this is Mrs. Kalanicki. This is my fourth video on decimals. This one is on dividing decimals. Alright, so I'm going to start you off with an easy one. 15 and 1800ths divided by 6. I picked a whole number first and we're going to get a little harder after that. Because this is a whole number, I don't have to do anything with the decimals right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring my decimal point straight up into my answer before I even start dividing. How easy is that? Pretty easy. Now it's just a long division problem. 6 does not go into 1, but 6 does go into 15 2 times, because 2 times 6 makes 12. Subtract and bring down. 6 goes into 31. 6 times what gets you close to 31? 6 times 5 will get you close. 6 times 5 is 30. Now notice, after I subtract and I bring down, notice I just simply put the 5 there with my decimal point in front of it. So I didn't even have to think about where to put the decimal point. And finally, 6 goes into 18 exactly 3 times. I know I'm done dividing when I get a 0, or if my answer starts to repeat, or there's a pattern. So final answer, 2 and 53/100ths. Okay, let's try one more question. This time, not only will my dividend, my number underneath the division bar, will have a decimal, but my divisor will also have a decimal. Here we go. This one says 36 and 1200ths divided by 4/10. Now, if I have decimal points in both the dividend and the divisor, here's what I have to do. I have to move them. So that way, this becomes a whole number. No matter how many times I have to move the decimal point, I need to move it however many times in order to make this number, the divisor, a whole number. In order to do that, I just need to move this guy over one spot. So, if I move this decimal point over by one spot, I also have to move this decimal point over by one spot. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to totally rewrite the problem so that way it represents the new decimal point locations. Okay, so notice the problem and the numbers didn't really change, just the location of the decimal points. Instead of 4/10ths, this just says 4. Instead of 36 and 1200ths, it says 361 and 2/10ths. So notice decimal point just moved over one spot in each number. Now, I'm going to bring my decimal point straight up into my answer, and I'm going to begin long dividing. 4 goes into 36 exactly 9 times. 9 times 4 is 36. So I'm going to bring down the 1. Unfortunately, 4 does not go into 1, so I have to put a 0 here. And subtract. Ooh, sorry, that should be a 0. And bring down. But 4 does go into 12. Goes into 12 exactly 3 times. Subtract, I get 0. My final answer is 90 and 3/10ths. No, I don't have to do anything else with the decimal point. So again, rules for dividing. If my divisor is a whole number, I'm just going to divide normally and bring my decimal point up into my answer. This question has decimals in both the divisor and the dividend. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to move as many places as it takes to make this divisor a whole number. You're going to move the decimal point the same number of places in your dividend in order to make an equal answer. And again, I like to rewrite the question in order to make it look a little nicer than this. Thanks so much for watching my dividing decimals. Keep on practicing and have a great day.